Obviously looking for a spot in Tuesday night's game. Gary Hughes again, Phil Gould, Jeff Robinson. Gee, they're willing to run now, Canterbury, aren't they? Robinson's lost the ball.
Well, I think his defence has gone into the shell a little bit.
Oh, there's something on here, boys. Take it easy. Jeff Robinson came up swinging. Mackay took the ball off him, and Robbo didn't fancy that too much.
Williams out to Jones. Jones gets it on to Marashi. Marashi trying to work a move with Jones, but handled well there. There's a touch being thrown by Moses on Marashi. On to Johnny Spencer, who was coming like a train on the burst up the blind side of that ruck. Out to Craven. Craven to Williams. To Jones. Jones gets a long pass away out there to Ross. Ross beats it. Back to Ross. Looking inside to Colleen. Colleen breaks one tackle, a head-high tackle from Ivan Jones, which I think is moving along their line now. Out to Oakley, the Newtown player in the white headgear. He's caught by the ankle just as he was about to accelerate and go through the opening there. And here's a bit of kicking here, and two players could both be off the field here, I think. Yes, Walkinden's off, and I don't know whether Puttock will be set off when he comes.
Ever to overpower their opponents. Danielson's kick for the line is gathered by Fedden, but coming infield he's crashed to the ground by Lee's head-high tackle, and the Frenchmen move up in menacing fashion. It's called by referee Pierce.
Capdusa, our listener, and Wittenberg, one of the tacklers with Beetson. Beetson's the player spoken to.
Yes, Beetson was spoken to, not for...
Front of the ball, Bagoo, as it was kicked off, but it's play on as Wittenberg tries to pick it up, and not very happy with Serrano. Heaney takes the tap kick across to Capdusa, then to Serrano, and racing in goes Beetson into Serrano. It's a penalty. Penalty to Australia again.
Dummy half will be Day. Day gets a good one away, a knock on. South will probably regain. Goes from Morgan across to Coote. Coote with the long run across to Lyle, takes it on his fingertips. Looking. This time the penalty goes to Manly Warringah at a forward pass ruled against South Sydney, and a bit of a punch-up going on further back, which Fulton is trying to stop. And let's see who's in the middle of all that. It was Bob Moses. Bob Moses in the middle of all those sort of things that usually happen out here. Well, I think it was all with Fred Jones and Bill Hamilton. In the meantime, the penalty at all. Dennis Ward with the ball for Manly Warringah. Scrum a little bit side on, now it's right. Dennis Ward looks for the tunnel as Manly push South a bit off the line, and a few punches flying in there as referee Cole Pearce runs around to the other side and missed it all. And Jones holding his face. Something flew in there, and everyone looking terribly innocent on the South Sydney side as the first aid man comes on. Fred Jones down on his haunches, and all the boys on the South Sydney side looking at each other and saying, did anybody punch Fred Jones?
Knock-ons galore. That's Wilkinson. Pinsett. Oh, and there's Roots and Pinsett and Ryan in there. Referee calls them out there. Now, who does he want here? He got...
It went fractionally forward, but the referee picked it up as Cudmore's taken play to within 30 metres of the try line. So Robert Morris will start the play for North Coast. Coombs again takes the pass and runs up. If Coombs doesn't knock up before half-time, will be a surprise, and he's keen to go on with it with Millthorpe. They'll have a bit of a stoush. Coombs and Millthorpe mixing it. Both fairly big men, so I'd say they'd be able to go a round or two. So would it be expected to be tiring slightly as Laurie gets the pass away and takes it back. Gets it out to his winger, his way he goes, this Davis. He looks pretty fast. He's got long hair. It's flying in the breeze. Davis goes downfield. He gets a pass inside to Rocky Laurie. Davis has been flattened. The touch judge has got the flag up. And possession.
Big, strong man. He doesn't need any room to work in, does he?
No, gets away very quickly off the mark.
Here's Kenny. Flicks one up for Lydiard. A high tackle, too, from Cronulla. And he sent him off. 10 minutes in the sin bin. Now it's with Miller. Inside goes Hardy, caught in a high tackle through by Steve Ella. And he's been given 10 minutes to cool off. 10 minutes in the sin bin for Steve Ella.
Number 4 for St George. He was involved in an incident the other day with Anderson. Ooh. That go on, and a try was scored just like that, and suddenly the fight stopped.
Yes, it certainly did, but very clever play by young Gale. Very sharp.